Hi, this is Tim Williams, Raining Arrows. I just bought this Duetz Fahr 4065 tractor from our local dealer here in Cecilia, Kentucky. And I didn't see any other reviews on YouTube for this tractor, so I thought I'd just go over this tractor today and show you guys a little bit about it and give you guys a little bit more information on it. So I just had this thing delivered, I guess it was on Wednesday, and it was kind of a weird situation. When I went and looked at the tractor, it didn't have the loader on it, so my dealer had to actually put the loader on this thing and brought it out to me, as you see right now. So I got the grapple on it at the moment, and I have a bucket that came with it as well. The few things that I don't like about that part of the tractor was, as far as I know, there's no tractors out there in a 65 horse tractor that has a live third function on the loader itself. So it's one of those deals where it has a diverter valve on it, and you actually have to push a button on the joystick on the tractor and move it sideways to get it to open and close. With that being said, you won't be able to tilt and use your loader at the center of your bucket at the same time. So it's just that third function is not a live function on it. So as far as the tractor goes, this tractor is a shuttle shift tractor. It's a mechanical shuttle shift. It has 16 speeds on it. It is a nice little tractor. It's four-wheel drive, and we'll walk around the tractor here and we'll show you a few other things of it as to kind of give you the idea of whether or not this tractor would suit you well. It comes standard with weights on the back tires, so you don't have to worry about putting fluid in these tires. I think these weights are about 400 pounds worth here. So my dealer told me at the time when I got it just to go ahead and try it with the weights, and if I did need fluid in it, that's something we could always add later. But with this amount of weight on the back of it, it's probably going to be about as much as what the fluid would be on normal tires. So if you want to come on around this way, we'll show you the back of the tractor here. So on the back of the tractor, these tractors come standard with just a straight 3-point hitch. I didn't like it because it wasn't extendable, so I did a little research, and they come out with this little deal here called Pat's Quick Hitches. So I just put this on today, and this enables you to just back up underneath your implement, raise it up, and latch it in. Now, this is similar to what you would do with a 3-point quick hitch, only you don't have the bar up here in the top in the way, and you still use your top link, or here in Kentucky I always call this a third arm. So you still have that where you actually got to get off and hook that up, which is fine for me. The other deal with the 3-point hitch, quick hitch, I didn't like it because I had to literally lean underneath to get to my PTO, so I didn't like that at all. One of the things that comes with this tractor too, it comes with an extra heavy duty drawbar, and it's got the drop on the bottom of it that I think is a lot better than a standard drawbar on a tractor. And this does come standard with a Duetz. And also you can adjust your 3-point hitch arms independently of each other. The older style tractors that we're used to here on the farm only have it where you can adjust it on one side. So you can adjust it and get it level yourself right here. It comes standard with 2 remotes on the rear here. That was one of my things for the tractor I needed. Here on the farm we have a V-rake, and it does require 2 remotes on the V-rake for us to use it. So that was one of the things I wanted. This little toolbox that came with this little toolbox, I honestly don't know if I'm going to leave this on here. I'm probably going to get a little bit bigger box, maybe an ammo box or something, to mount it on there. But I'm glad it's actually, they already had the mount made on there, because I was afraid I was going to have to make my own and stick that on there. On the back of the tractor, that's pretty much it. Oh, it does come with this work light right here. Some tractors aren't coming with these rear work lights these days, so this one here turns on with a switch on the back of it. Of course, you gotta have the tractor on to run it, but if you ever get one of these tractors and it doesn't work, just make sure that you've got the switch on the back, because it doesn't matter what you do, how many switches you turn on this thing, unless you got the switch on, it's not going to work. We'll walk around this way. I'll show you the controls on the loader. This here was not one of my favorite controls, but it came with this loader. This is a Berger brand loader. Most of the Duetz tractors out there right now in this size, even including the 80 horsepower tractor, will have this Berger loader on it. And the control's a little joystick here. It's back forth. It's your standard joystick on most loaders, and it's not too bad once you get on it. I thought it would be uncomfortable, The only thing that I didn't like about it was this whole deal coming up right here on this loader. It blocks you from getting on this side. This side did have a step on it when I first looked at the tractor, and they took the step off because you actually could not get on the tractor from the side with this in the way. I guess you could if you wanted to crawl underneath of it, but it doesn't look like it was very fun to me to do. It also has a foot throttle right here, dual rear brakes, and you can lock them together like you normally can with a tractor. And let's see here. Walking up here, I'll show you the iron scratch grapple that I did get. It's a pretty cool grapple. They brought me one of these out on a skid steer before I got my tractor because it was taking them so long to get everything ready on the tractor. They went ahead and brought me out a skid steer so I could use it and brought a grapple out like this. Now, this thing will do some serious work, I will tell you that. I dug some stuff up, dug some roots up with that skid steer, never had a minute's trouble out of that grapple. It was pretty awesome, actually. It does have a skid steer quick hitch on it, so any implement that you have that's a front loader, it's a skid steer quick hitch, will work for this tractor. I probably will add some more lights to this tractor because you see it doesn't have any on the fenders. It's just got the lights right here in the front of the tractor, so that's the only light that you have on this tractor. Where I can see that'd be a problem, you see this little block right here, you have your loader raised up, it's going to hit your lights, block your lighting. So I didn't like that part, so I'm probably either going to do a light bar on the front or just do something on the fenders to actually keep that going. Now walk over here, I'm going to show you the heaviness of these axles, front axles. Now a lot of the smaller tractors that I looked at, they did not have axles that was this heavy right here. I mean, these things are they're monstrosities. I mean, they built these things to last and work really hard. And this company I know has been around since 1927 building tractors, and they've got a pretty good reputation overseas in Europe. And they just don't have a lot of following in the U.S. yet, from what I can find, unless it's just massively huge tractors. As you can see, these tires on the front are also massively huge. As far as the little tractor goes, I'll take us and I'll show you what the gears are up here. You can kind of see what it looks like on it. So I'll take this in just a second here and I'll show you. All right, so on these gears right here, you have a creep, which is the SR, that's slow range. You have a mid range and a high range. The L's for obviously low, and the V, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's in a different language or whatever, but that's your high range on your tractor. Now this does have mechanical four-wheel drive. If you look down here on the side, this is your mechanical four-wheel drive shift lever, and it is a little bit difficult to engage, and I'm assuming it's just my dealer told me because my tractor was new, hadn't really got broke in good yet, so sometimes you have to kind of feather the clutch a little bit to get it to go into four-wheel drive, and that's what I've seen so far. Your PTO comes on right here, and you also have a what they call a low RPM PTO. So like if you're using tether on a tractor or something like that, you don't have to have your tractor wide open. You can just throw it in that PTO range for it, so it actually will go a little faster. It's for an eco style deal. A lot of the tractors have that now, and this is actually where you can throw your PTO in neutral and it won't come on or off. That's your PTO shift lever right there. On the other side is your ranges on your tractor. You got 4 speeds here in addition to your high, low, medium range, and then you have your draft control right here on the side, and your third arm lift, and of course your emergency brake, and like I showed you a while ago, your throttle and your foot throttle. And then up here on the dash you have your hand throttle, but this little red button that you see right here, this orange button, that you can set this thing and wherever you want it at once you set it, and then you can pull your throttle back down, and whenever you come off there and you decide you want to get it back to the same throttle where you're at, you just push that button right there and it will actually throttle back up. Also, they have a safety feature on here. I'll show you this real quick. If you look up here, this little button that is here, that is to actually run your PTO, and you can get off the tractor with that. So if you're sitting on your tractor, you engage your PTO, you push that button, you get off, and it will continue to run your PTO. This particular tractor, if you have your PTO engaged and you get off the seat, within 7 seconds it kills the tractor. So it's just a safety feature on this particular tractor here that keeps you from, you know, getting hurt with your PTO if you fall off there. If your bush hog's running, you fall off your tractor for whatever reason, 7 seconds, the PTO and the tractor just shuts down completely. Now this is your shuttle shift here on the side. This is supposed to have a little sticker on it right here. It's already came off. That didn't stick on there very well, but this is forward and reverse shuttle. And then this is your controls for your lights. I haven't played around a lot with that yet. It does have turn signals on it, if you see that right there. And it has a hazard. Also has a cigarette lighter, so you can charge your phone, whatever you need to do right there. And then if you look back here on the sides, you got little caution lights that's mounted to your rollover protection system. This does have a beacon light on it. That's not required in the United States, but over where they make these tractors in Germany and Italy, they are required to have that on there. It's on a switch. You can turn it on, let it run, whatever. I'm probably going to disable that myself and use that to put a light bar on and have that that way I can control my light bar right there. This also has mirrors. I haven't adjusted these mirrors yet. You see on the side here, there's one, and spin around here the other side, there's another mirror. And you can set those up where you actually you can see your equipment on the back, and so you're not turning around and breaking your back all the time and your neck. The hydraulics, I didn't show you all this on this side. Your hydraulic controls are right behind the seat, so they're not terribly inconvenient. You can reach right here and grab them, and they're still pretty stiff. Man, they're stiff. I haven't even played with them yet, but it's not too bad. Usually, typically, the hydraulic controls I've used are always been down here, with everything else. But that's just the way they decide to put them there, and it's not terribly inconvenient, as I can see yet. It does come with this little. It has this little tray compartment down here that you can throw some whatever. You can throw your cell phone in there, I guess, or kind of whatever you need to do. I haven't pulled that off yet and messed with it, but you just kind of, I guess, pulled it off there now to get it back on. But that's pretty much it. The review of this tractor. So far, I haven't used it for a whole lot yet. I have enjoyed it. I played with it just a hair, but I think it's going to be a really good tractor, and I will wind up showing you guys some other things with it as we go along here. I'll take it out in the field and show you how it works with the grapple and those kind of things here. I'm gonna I guess that's about it with this tractor. I don't think there's anything else that I need to tell you guys with it right at this point. I guess I could start it up and let you hear it and see what it sounds like real quick. So if you want to hang on a second, I'll do that for you. You gotta have the clutch pushed all the way in on this thing or it won't start. See, it's really quiet. It's got a turbo on it. It's got a turbo running with it. But it might sound a little cracky. Turbo working. That's it. If you guys have any questions, just leave them below and I'll try to answer them for you. And looking for actual work on this tractor when we're actually doing some work out in the field. We'll record some stuff for you, and we're cleaning some woods up and whatnot and see it. That's it.